Emanating from the wonderful Woburn Bowlodrome in Woburn, Massachusetts, this is the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. The challenge is brought to you in conjunction with the International Candlepin Bowling Association and CN8. Hi, I'm Dan Murphy along with Earl Smith. Another week, we're waiting for the return of John Holt in a couple weeks. And we had a struggle last week, but we got a champion.
Right. As you watched last week's show, you heard Stu say it was a struggle. But as an avid bowler, you know that you take struggles with a good, and he got by.
Well, he had a huge mark against Mike Morgan in the last box, forcing that one-pin victory, and then threw 4 in a row and completed the daily double, I guess. I was going to say trifecta, but the trifecta's today. We'll talk to him in a second, but first, Deb has the challengers.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dan. We are here with Bob Caliri from Lexington and Scott Bradish from Lawrence. Bob, we'll begin with you. How pumped are you to be here?
Obviously pumped up. It's hard enough to get on the show, so, you know, make the best of your opportunity, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good. Now, I understand you have a good luck charm here today.
Yeah, my daughter gave me a lucky penny and stuck it in my pocket.
Fantastic. Well, good luck, gentlemen. Let's go back over to you guys.
Okay, we're standing with our champ, Stu Bergman. Stu, last week, you got the marks when you needed them.
Yeah, I got some about 4 in a row at the end, the second swing, which did help me. Didn't think I was going to pull that one out, but...
We closed with your coach last week. I don't see him. Is he still around?
He's somewhere, running around somewhere.
Okay, we're having a tough time having a winner win 2 weeks in a row. Maybe Stu will do that today. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with the start of the Challengers match. Welcome back, folks. And as we always do, we show our ace bowler. Ace from American Car Care is out there helping. Very difficult to put the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge on, so we thank American Car Care people. And to get us going, Scott Bradish up on lane 35.
He's got a lot of people here in the background. A lot of fan club.
Well, word has it there was like a tailgate party out in the parking lot before this match. That's interesting to go out and take a look, maybe steal a steak or two.
Scott gets left for the 5 and the 10. It seemed like a lot of people cleared out.
I think a lot of them cleared out, but the new group came in because there's a pretty good crowd here at Woburn, or many people say Woburn. It's always been Woburn to me, but I've been corrected.
Solid 5. I noticed that some lady corrected you. Had a hard time with that.
Yeah, boy, did she correct me. $10 for Scott Bradish from Lawrence, Massachusetts. Yeah, that's just a tiny portion of the crowd that you see behind Scott.
Half Worcester right there. Yeah.
Oh, everything but the head pin.
And a 10 box for 20 after 2.
There are 10s. Pretty good in poker, but Candlepin bowling, not bad, but you want a couple spares up there, a strike and a spare. Now our first look at Bob Caliri. First look in a long time. He's been with us once before.
There's a 2-4 and the 10 left. And a 7 box. It's a little of a break.
He's got the head pin and 7 and 8 there, I guess, and a couple pieces of wood in front of the head pin. He's going to try that. And he converts that for a spare.
Slow motion.
Slow developing, wasn't it? But the result is what you want. Both of those pieces of wood stay in play, the 8 and then finally the 7.
Nice ball.
That's gonna go. Strike off the ball of Scott Bradish.
That was nice. Nice and tight on the 1-3 side, the 1-2 side. Just tripped out the 8 pin.
Yeah, the 8 pin was a little stubborn, but there's no way it was going to stand up. Off the head pin.
He's got the 4 horsemen on the right side. 1, 3, 6, and 10.
He's going to try to corral those 4 horsemen to go spare on strike.
And just gets the head pin. 7, Phil. And a 7 box. He's got 44 after 4.
Both bowlers kind of know each other. Obviously, they bowl out of Park Place Lanes in Windham, New Hampshire. Another member of our international group. Consists of lanes from Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Maine, Massachusetts, and the Granite State.
Nice try there.
New Hampshire.
Just say no.
Granite State. You know where we live. Great state. A great state in New Hampshire. 10 bucks, followed by a 5 on the spare. In the pocket, but
wow.
My 7, 8, 9.
Piece of wood hangs around.
Got a chance at this. Something's going to have to get the 7 pin, probably the ball.
Nice shot.
Not a problem there. Second mark for Bob Caliri. You see the replay. The ball, I believe, caroms off the wood. Right, into the 7 pin. The wood takes care of the 8 and 9. His second mark.
He's got the 3, 6, 10 with a piece of wood in the front. It's a tough shot.
Because you see more of the red line to the left of the pin, so you got to drive it back. Yeah, and there's the problem sometimes with the wood being just too far left. It swings everything around the corner pins. In this case, the 10 pin.
And 54 after 5 for Scott.
Doesn't want to turn too much. Have himself a chance for the 6-10.
Yeah, he's got the 2, 4, and the 7 on the left side. Like you said, that piece of wood though might slide right by the 10 though.
Oh no!
Wow.
He just barely catches the 2 pin, and that's what he had to do to convert the 6-10 for the spare. Watch this. Just barely touches the 2, and that keeps the wood in play. Great shot by Scott Bradish.
Bob with a 7 fill on his spare.
And that gives him the lead by 5 temporarily anyways.
A little full on that head pin. Not enough to carry right down into the 7. And a 10 box for 59. After 5, he's got a 5-pin lead. But you got Scott working on that spare, so he probably wants to match that here with a mark of his own.
Right in the pocket. Looks like you should have had a better break than that.
It's all over that hit pin.
5, 7, and 9.
Clip to 5 and.
I don't know. I think you have to take a piece of that front wood, don't you think, Earl?
Yeah, it's hard to
going
see
in,
from where we.
Yeah, going in after the 5. I don't know. You're right. We're at a disadvantage because of the angle. No, we were both wrong there, but again, it's the angle that we're looking at it. But the most important person is Bob Caliri, and he uses the wood and the ball effectively to clear away those, matching the mark in the 6 by this man, Scott Bradish.
9-pin drop. Oh, he throws hard.
(6-10), trying to make it 2 in a row.
Just slid by the 6. And a 9 box for 81 after 7. He's got some zip on that ball.
He really does.
That,
yeah. Generates a lot of speed, big arm swing. Explodes when it hits the pins. Like that.
9-pin drop with a 7-pin over there.
Trying to make the 7 for his 3rd mark of the match. He's got it.
Bob will fill his spare up there in the 6th.
Oh, and a big strike off the ball of Bob Caliri. 4th mark, 2 consecutive ones. 1-2 pocket.
Well, they went pretty quick.
Knocks down all the candles. 2. No, but he got some. The messenger comes back and lays in between. Could help him out.
Could help him out there, right between the 1 and the 3-pin. Wow. Gets an 8 fill on his strike. And a 9 box.
106. And a 15-pin advantage. Final 2 frames now. Who will take on Stu Bergman in the championship 2-game match? The 2 boxes, we'll know.
Right, Scott's got this all-important fill up here on his spare. Looks good going in. Yeah.
Strike on spare, and that's a huge strike. That immediately forces Bob Caliri to get at least 1 mark when he comes up. Possibly 2. Here you see the replay of that strike, depending on what Scott Bradish does on this strike in the 10th frame.
That pin did not want to go down either.
Wow.
Wow.
Sometimes the speed hurts you. In that case, he hit the 1 and the 2, and they flew right up and over the top of the pins and didn't do a lot of damage. 6 on the strike.
6 on the fill. So once you grab the 3 on the right side.
Very important.
Big pin count.
A couple of these forces Bob to get a mark.
And he gets a 7.
All right, 7 box. Bob does not need a mark.
It's 124 total.
18 pins to tie, 19 pins to win. So very important those last few pins of Scott Bradish. Boy.
Bob goes through the middle.
Yeah, Bob didn't want to do that. Probably go the right side. Well, they're still falling. Remember, 18 pins to tie, 19 to win. Better make sure of one of these.
I'm a betting man. I'll take the 7-pin.
9 and a 115, so 9 to tie, 10 to win.
We saw this happen a couple of weeks ago with Mike Morgan.
That's the tie, folks. He's got 2 shots at this.
Yeah, it looks like a pencil down there.
Yeah, it does. He's got it. That'll do it. He'll fill this, but it's all academic. 125 plus a ball. He's already 1 pin ahead of Scott Bradish. Bob Caliri is the one that will move on to the championship round against Stu Bergman. As I said at the opening, there's Stu over on the lanes warming up. And just a 4 fill, but it's enough. 129, 124. Victory for Bob Caliri. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with our championship match, the 2-game match of our show, right after this. Okay, we're back, folks, for our championship match, the 2-game version of our show, and to lead it off, defending champ Stu Bergman. kind of dissected his match last week. We're not going to do that like they did with the Super Bowl several weeks ago. But no, he didn't get one of those as early as he did today.
Right.
That's a spare in the first. He struggled, both bowlers. Pete Callery also struggled, and Stu was finally able to put 4 spares in a row, and that was the difference in victory, and dropped 7 on that spare.
Is it 2-4 in the 6?
And still has a 2-4.
He said he wanted to get off to a little quicker start this time. We're talking to me earlier.
He's done that.
And a 9 box. Yeah, both bowlers had a tough time. Wow.
That's all you can say. Wow. Oh, and then
There
it goes
it
down.
falls.
Is there a time limit? Wow.
Was it the 2, 3, 4, and a 7? Then the pin rolls right up in front where the head pin is.
Well, you got to give that wood a little shot, right? Carry the ball off that wood, and hopefully the ball takes the 2, 4, and 7, and the wood takes the other one. He didn't get quite enough of it. Good effort, though, on the part of Bob Caliri.
And a 9 box. We'll move over on lane 36.
And wants the 10 pin to go. It's not going to.
He gets the 5-10.
Piece of wood resting right behind the 10, but it's going to try to cut the 5 into it. Whoa, close.
And an 8 box. 17 after 2 gives Stu the 9 pin advantage early in the match. And Stu with the 2, 4, 7 and the 6 on the right. Just pulled it a little to the left. And he'll have a 7 box.
And 33 after 3.
Pulled that one a little to the left there. Get way ahead of himself. And he's got 3 standing. I'm sure that's not the start that Stu wanted after
No.
last week.
Well, he got 1 mark up in the first, but you're right. Keep it going. Good 10 box.
43 after 4. Take a second look at Bob. Lane 35.
Wow.
Wow. Saw the
Reaction of Bob Caliri, kind of turned in disgust. Thought that was right in the 1-3 pocket.
The 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9 with nothing else to help. That looked like a great ball going from this point.
It did. You could throw the same ball 100 more times and probably get 9s and strikes or something like that, but it's not going to help him now. 24, 9-pin advantage by Stu Bergman, our defending champ. It's his family in the audience again. His wife Karen, daughters Christy and Allie, and his coach and son Josh. The man of many words last week.
Almost like myself. Nine box for 33. Jumps Stu's lead up to 10 now. There you go. He wants the wood to move out of there a little bit, though.
Yeah, double piece wants it to turn a little bit. It does a little bit, but not enough, I think, that they can drive it straight back. I think he has to be high in the wood.
On the cap.
Oh, I got the second piece off the wall. Spare in the fifth for Stu Bergman. Next week's challenges, folks, keeping score at home, or want to know who's coming. Craig Holbrook and Rich Hallberg will be our challengers in next week's show.
9-pin drop. Not bad for missing the head pin.
More importantly, it's on a spare.
And try to make it 2 in a row here.
Gives him 62 at the halfway point. Another spare in the sixth. Notice how I'm just rattling these numbers out, or before it goes on the scoreboard.
You looking at my paper?
I'm on top of things.
You're looking at my paper.
Oh, a little break there. A little mixing action. Took out the 7, the 8 and 9, I believe. Leaves himself, anyways, with the 4 and 7. I think half my mistakes was looking at your paper. Wants this wood to turn for him. Otherwise, it's going to be a very difficult shot. It doesn't look like it's going to.
He wants to
hear the audience get out of there. He has to be almost at the cap and turn it, drive it back.
Great shot.
Oh, what a fantastic shot. Bob made it look easy, but that was anything but. Now he comes close to, if you cap that pin, the ball goes one way, the wood probably goes the other. He had to just off the cap, turn it and drive it back. Great shot, Bob Caliri. Right back with a 9-pin drop. Matching 9-pin drops on spares. So if he had 62, that means Bob got 62. How fast I learn. Mickey Landrigan on the move.
He looks good going down there.
He does. Very fluent. And he's got that 10
He's
pin
got that
down,
2 for 2.
Yeah. Doesn't bat an eyelash, though, you know. Wasn't my fault. 2 in a row. And we'll roll off to a break with a score. 10-pin lead for Stu Bergman early in the match. Come back and we'll finish this match. See who either retains the championship or we have a new one.
All right. We'll see Stu here on lane 35 filling his fill. Good going in there. The 5 and the 6, it looks like, with a
good 8-pin drop. Maybe catch a piece of that wood or the 5-pin. That wood would kick forward behind the 6. I think you want to be right on the 5-pin. That's it. 3 in a row. It's the same place that he kind of took control in the second game of last week's match. Exactly the same place. He's going to make it 4 in a row like last week. He's going to make a terrific shot here with the 2, 8, and 10. And the angle of that wood, the 2-pin, if he's on the 2-pin, it's going toward the 10.
Or the one behind it. So right behind the 10-pin.
So the streak stops at 3, 97 through 7.
And an 8-box.
105.
Let's see what Bob can do on his fill.
62 and a ball coming for Bob.
Get away from him. You got a big break on that one.
Oh, a huge break. He's going to get the strike. Oh, my. Oh, my. You see, this is a working ball, folks. Watch the pins. They never stop moving. Little domino effect there, and finally the 8 and the 7, and a double strike. 2 in a row, and he sets himself up for a $500 ball when he comes back, because he'll have to split that $1,000 pool with Mike Poulin if he throws another one. You heard somebody take advantage of it. Is right. Got a lucky strike, but then he got a legitimate one the next time.
It was pretty close.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but Mick's, you know, doing his road work. The kid's in shape, though. Yeah, didn't knock anything down this time either, so.
Now he gets the round of applause. It's a hard crowd.
Yeah, tough crowd, right. Certainly wasn't a thunderous ovation, that's for sure. Stu Bergman with an 8 and a 113 through 9. Wow, kind of scared me there. I said 113. I didn't see it on the scoreboard. Oh, boy.
8 to 10.
10 pin. It goes, but now he's left with a 5 pin. And again, Earl, same
Tough
type
piece.
of shot that Bob Caliri had earlier. Got to come up high and turn the wood and drive it back. Not an easy shot. Oh, almost got it coming back.
He's going to leave him open there in the last 3 boxes.
Be a huge ball when Bob Caliri steps up there, not only for a piece of the $1,000 pool, but a take charge ball of the match.
Doing some house cleaning here. Yeah, I'm sure Mike Poulin's looking on now.
There it is, folks.
Uh-oh.
Ray, that was in there. That was in there. That close. My. You heard the excitement of the crowd.
And he picks
Another
it up.
one. 5 in a row. 131 now in the 9th, plus this ball. Another one.
He's right in that pocket now on that head pin. It's all set up for him, too. Right down on that red line.
Gonna go from 8 pins down to about spare in the 10th. Go over 30 ahead. Just plays the wood effectively in front of those 3 pins. Not a problem. Finishes with 6 consecutive marks, including a double strike.
That's the place to leave that. The full fill at the end of it. Tremendous game in a 152.
152 and a 30-pin advantage for our challenger. See if Stu Bergman can make a comeback in game number 2. Short break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. Can our champ, Stu Bergman, make a comeback, finding himself down by 30, due to the fact that Bob Caliri finished with 6 consecutive marks, spare, spare, double strike, and another pair of spares for 152. Great opening game. It's kind of the way he finished up with that last spare.
Right, that was
eagle.
his fill. Spread eagle. 30-pin advantage coming into this game. And a 7 box to open up the game number 2.
When you find yourself down by 30, you know, you just got to try to forget that and just try to go up and get your own marks, regardless of what your opponent does.
An 8-pin drop, 6 and 10 with a piece of wood in between.
Don't make any mistakes and get all the legitimate spares, and hopefully you'll get a couple that you don't expect. I think Bob realizes he doesn't want to sit on the 30-pin lead. Got to go out and attack him. Oh boy!
Wow.
Caught a little piece of the wood out in front and deflected the ball, so only the 6 was carried out of there and left the 10. So 2 opens for Stu Bergman to work on. A couple marks here, and he could half of them back.
You're right. I'm sure that's what Stu's thinking here. One at a time, one every 2 that he doesn't make. Get me pretty close. And you get a big break there. With the 1-2 and the 10 box. Split the 1 and 2 right into the 10. And you heard him. Didn't like it when he left his hand. Box.
Gains 2, but there's not enough boxes left to only gain 2 a box. Needs some marks. See the determined face of Stu Bergman. Well,
wow, that turned out pretty nice for the ball he had.
It did. The wood swung around nicely, so it looks like the head pin, if he hits the head pin and the 7 pin are going to go out. And just going to need some help on the 8.
Called it.
Problem.
Right around the 8 every way. Get the 7 right out. Just gonna jump another one and count, but like you said, he's running out of boxes. Well, Bob dodged 2 bullets there. 2 open frames by Stu.
He's still on the head pin, but now he's gone full the last few frames, at least on lane 35.
Right, he's got the, try to split the 2-4 right down the bunny hole. Got the 2-4 and a 3-6 and 10 there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which side he was trying for.
And a 7 box.
This is very similar the way he started that first game. He went 9-8, 7-9 and then finished with 6.
He's
full.
That is really full. With the 1-5. Try to get out of here with a 7 or 8 box. And he gets an 8 box.
All right, the first game is 33 at this point. He's 31, so that means he ends up with 150.
Pretty close.
Pins difference.
Stu's still hanging around.
Yeah, and a couple more like that, or at least one more like that, and that 30-pin deficit will disappear quite rapidly. So you see the replay, tripping the 4-pin.
That's pretty quick, though. I'm sure he's thinking 2 here right now.
That close, 2 pins standing.
With the 3 and the 5 left.
Don't
piece of wood, though.
Yeah, I don't like the wood, though. Don't like the wood.
If he comes up high on the wood, maybe.
That's what he's going to have to try to do.
Kind of too high.
Yes. I can gain a couple more and count opposite the 8. No.
8 in the box. 45.
He's cut the lead almost in half. 14 of them back. Trails by just 16 now. 6 boxes remaining.
There he goes, Bob. He's got the 2-4 left. He should be able to go right by it.
He's going to have a nice little guide.
Uh-oh. Spare in the 5th for Bob.
This is where he started last game. Spare in the 5th.
And the 2 fill. Ah, nice effort. And the 9 box. 52 for 6 for Bob.
Well, that mark really didn't help him that much. So Stu still another opportunity. Cut into that lead even further.
He's got the 4, 8, and a 5.
Sleeper in the back, the 8-pin. Oh, and off the wall for the spare.
Great bounce.
He can cut the lead down into single digits with a decent fill. Here's a replay of that off the wall for the 8-pin. Great shot by Stu Bergman. Oh, got a break when the 7-pin went down. 8-pin drop. 2 difficult pins left, though, the 3 and the 9. But he's got some help to the left, Earl.
That piece of wood. Try to grab that piece of wood and the 3-pin together. It's kind of tough from here. Oh.
Yes, he got it. He got it. Well, folks, don't go away. We've got 4 boxes remaining, and the lead now is down to just 9 for Bob Caliri. We'll take a short break, and we'll finish this one up. All right, we're back, and we've got a dandy going on here, folks. The lead was 30 coming into this final game. That man right there had the lead. Well, it's down to just 9, and Stu Bergman is working on a spare as well.
He's off the head pin there. That's one of the few times you've seen him off the head pin. Gonna fall.
Oh,
tip it.
almost took the 7.
And a 10 box. 62 after 7.
It's been all Stu Bergman this second game. Bob needs to put a mark up, give Stu a little bit to think about at least. Oh, again. And that's been his problem the second game. He's on the head pin most of the time, but just full.
He's hate to move one way or the other. On the head pin.
I was going to tell you, what's the remedy for that? You know, move a little bit forward on the approach, or left or right. Just change your angle somewhat.
And the 9 box. 71.
Well, folks, a 9-pin drop here. We're all even. After being down by 30, it's one of the biggest comebacks we've ever seen. If it does indeed happen. Well, didn't want that to happen. Just 4.
He's still got a spare opportunity here.
Well, everything but the 10-pin.
That's where pins coming. Pins are huge. And the 9 box for 86.
Lead is now just 6 pins for Bob Caliri, trying to hang on as we finish this match up.
This is the most pivotal box right here, the 8 box.
You're absolutely right, Earl. I was just going to say that this would be huge for Stu Bergman. 1, he'd set himself up for the final 2, but 2, he's got to have Bob Caliri thinking about it.
He's got the 3, 5, and the 9. He's got that piece of wood in between, though, the 3 and the 5.
Another piece in the back. He's got it. Spare in the 8th.
Bob's going to have to put up a couple here just to force Stu. Maybe Stu will make a mistake or bad box.
Christy and Allie, Stu's 2 daughters, watching patiently on the sidelines. Well, Bob's got a shot.
Opportunity for Bob, right?
2, 5, and 7. Got to catch the 2-pin. Didn't catch enough of it to carry the 7. My, oh my.
And the 10 box for 81. So a mark here.
A mark here in a decent field would force Stu to get at least 1 more mark when he gets up there. Otherwise, decent fill and pin out. Oh, it's not going to be an easy one. Boy, how quickly the pins can turn on you, because I think he's hitting the head pin as well as he did the first game.
Time, yeah. It's a 2, 4, and a 3, 6. 4 and a 6, 10.
These are all huge pins. In case Stu does make a mistake on his spare.
Good 10 box. Boy, we've seen it in the past that Phil that
91, disappointing 91, 243 is his 2-game total.
the 7 drop, makeable spare.
Stu needs a 121 to tie, 122 to win. He's at a 123 clip right now.
Just slid by the 2-pin.
This would be a huge pin. Oh, it's a huge 10. A huge 10. 9 to tie, 10 to win. No. Nine to win, 8 to tie, 9 to win. That doesn't count, folks, for a math problem.
Yeah, he's sitting in the
No,
seat.
no, it doesn't count. I mean, I'm in the heat of the battle here. That doesn't count. I didn't add it up.
You're in the other seat.
Yeah.
The 2-4, the 2-3-4-7.
Oh, and
shot.
a great clutch spare in the 10th for the victory. Unbelievable. From all the way, and you see the replay from 30 pins down, he comes roaring back.
Just kept plugging away, doing his own game.
Yeah. Didn't panic. His hats are off to him.
With an 8 fill and a 131.
And a 253 total. So in the end, a 10-pin victory, but it wasn't anywhere. It was a lot closer than 10 pins. We'll be back to talk to both bowlers in just 1 minute. What an exciting finish, folks. Stu Bergman comes roaring back after being down by 30 pins. I'll tell you, that's we don't see that come back very often in the game of Candlepin bowling.
No, that's one of the biggest I think we've seen on at least our show anyway. It's over 30 pins.
He didn't panic, just went about his business, got a couple breaks, got a couple marks, filled them up, and in the meantime, Bob Caliri was banging the head pin, but he just couldn't get a break off the head pin. And what a turn of events in 10 short boxes. Well, we'll talk to Stu Bergman in just a minute, but Deb has our runner-ups.
All right, Scott, your game went down to the wire. What was the difference today?
It was tough. I mean, a couple shots I thought I should have had, but I missed them, and Bob took advantage.
All right, well, we have a check for you. Hopefully that'll make you not feel quite so bad. Bob, your game, you dominated in the first game, and then it just seems like you couldn't get the breaks in the second.
Well, I first 4 boxes to the first string, I was on the head pin, just nothing happened, and then I caught fire, and the second string, I was on the head pin, went right through the middle, and give Stu credit. He came back and put some marks together, and it was enough to win.
All right, well, we enjoyed watching both of you today. Here's a check for you. Let's go back over to Dan.
Okay, we're standing with the assistant coaches, I guess. What happened to brother?
I don't know.
I heard him start crying when Dad was behind. He figured I told him to do what to do, and he didn't do it, so now I'm upset, huh? How about you?
I don't know.
Pretty proud of Dad?
Yes.
Pretty proud of Dad is right. Stu, 30 pins down. What's going through your mind?
Just trying to plug away, trying to throw a good ball if I can. I got some good breaks. Bobby threw a great ball. He just didn't get any breaks. He's a great bowler.
It's one of those situations where you're down by 30. You think, I can't blow a 30-pin lead, so you start pressing a little bit. He got on the head pin a little too full, and you just kept on with your business and mark after mark, and here you are.
Yeah, I got a little lucky there, but like I said, I'm happy I won that one. Like I said, Bobby's a great bowler, so I was happy to bowl against him. He's a good guy, too. Good friend.
Good, good. Congratulations to you, and girls, next week, 2 more challenges for this guy right here. Join us, will you? I'm Dan Murphy, entire crew. Thanks for joining us on the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. See you next week.